Everybody, welcome back to an episode of Questions with Mark and Matt and Louie. This week we're going to talk about what's going on in Kabul right now with the Taliban. So Matt, when or how does war or military conflicts affect the stock market?
So I think for viewers right now, what you're seeing in the news obviously is a major humanitarian crisis, but for the market, I don't think it's going to affect it much with what's going on right now. I think a better way to say it, Mark, is maybe the question back to you is, when does it affect the stock market? When does it affect companies that trade on the stock market? Because in my opinion, what's happening right now is not really going to affect the markets.
Yeah, I think it has to be on a much larger scale, like a big military operation or invasion of a country. So, humanitarian aspect aside, if there's a war announced or an invasion announced, that's when these defense contractors are going to start ramping up production.
Yep.
To develop what needs to be developed.
Humvees, missiles, ammunition.
Right, exactly. And just we're not there yet with this. So I think that this is just a blip on the news radar in terms of the stock market and how it's going to affect stock prices. But definitely could escalate and get to something more serious. And at that point, you could see movement in some of these defense names.
Absolutely. It's a good way of saying it. So listeners, we'll be back next week with another episode of Questions with Matt and Mark. We'll continue to talk about timely events, and we will see you then.